Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to dive in, see what's going on for you guys for the week ahead. I have been asking people this week to let me know what you guys want to see on this channel because I'm just thinking about my channel. So if you have any feedback, let me know. But anyway, let's dive into your spread. Let's dive into your reading. I've just woken up not too long ago, so if my voice is still a bit croaky, then it is what it is. Apologies for that. Let's see what's going on for the gorgeous Sagittarians. Please, Spirit, what is this message? What is the messages that you have for Sagittarius, please? Oh, peace be on you. That's what I'm hearing. You've got the peace card. So this is really about releasing, surrendering, letting go, whether that be your past pains, right? Maybe some people are coming in to make peace with you, could definitely be the case here. But sometimes this is also about understanding that things will blossom and grow in their own time. I see that this egg is like having to let go of the timing of when you want something to hatch and making peace. So it's a really good energy. Of course, you have the dove vibe with the olive branch, which of course is about people reaching out for forgiveness, as I've been saying. But we'll see how that might show up for you. Anything for my gorgeous Sagittarians? Could even be you making peace. You have new moon in Leo, which represents new beginnings, new opportunities opening up for you. And it's in Leo, which says shine. All right, some of you are made to be in the spotlight. I have to say that for some. But this is also maybe you making peace with a dream. Maybe it involves you needing to be in the spotlight, putting yourself out there a bit more and not being afraid of shining bright or people seeing you, right? Sometimes it's about not wanting to gain attention in some way. I don't know why I'm seeing it as that. It's like you cower when it comes. I feel like these sunflowers are just turning around to see you. You're shining your light and naturally people are going to look at you. And I feel like you have a fear about that. I don't know. Some of you that might resonate, but let's dive into the rest of your reading. I was picking up on that though. So if that makes sense for someone out there, then it's important. This isn't an energy to step into. Don't be afraid of it. Look at how many people or how many sunflowers here are looking up to you in some way. So don't be afraid of that. But either way, shining could just be you shining your natural light. You are with the peace card and almost you becoming the sun. It feels very nice for good energy, right? Feeling more happy, feeling more vibrant, feeling more joy. So that's an energy that they want you to take on during this time. Whoa. I'm feeling someone's watching you with that eye, but it does also say psychic ability, trust your intuition. All right, let's get 3 more. Sagittarius. Ooh, look at this. Okay, Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. I feel like it feels risky to you if that's going to relate to the shine. You have psychic ability, trust your intuition. You have Eye and Tiger. It reminds me of the song Eye of the Tiger. But anyway. And then these two came out together. Broom, new home, new attitude, and wealth. Now, there's a few things I'm seeing from this. Some of you, of course, could be getting money, and this could be helping you to buy a new house. But I'm also kind of feeling a bit of the opposite. But let me just say what I'm talking about. I'm feeling a bit of, what do I call it? What is it? Where feng shui? I feel like you're cleansing your home. There's something that you're doing in the home that is going to help you in terms of your money. So I don't know what that means. Go and look into it. But I was feeling a bit like because the home is now cleared, you're clearing energy, wealth is coming to you. But that's a very spiritual thing. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe you guys are moving because of a career. I don't know. You're having a new home or just a new attitude in general. You're feeling good and that might be the thing that's helping you to attract more wealth. Like whatever it is, it feels like they are linked together. So a cleansing of the home could be very helpful. All right. Anyway, let's dive into your tarot. Let's see what's going on for you there. All right, energy of the week in general for, Sagittarius. You have the Knight of Cups, so this is a time to be open and vulnerable. It's jumping on top of the new home, so some of you could be, overcoming a fear or anxiety about changing location. Or again, I always say that you have to cross this emotional barrier, which most of the time is anxiety or fears or like, oh my God, what's going to happen on the other side? To get to new territory, to a land you've not been to before. So some of you that could relate in terms of, again, moving homes, changing location, or again, just doing something you've not done before. Okay, why is the Knight of Cups here, please? Some of you could be inheriting a new home. That's why I'm seeing for some. But let me just see. Why is the Knight of Cups the energy of the week for Sagittarius? It's an emotional one. Okay, with the High Priestess being there, Piscean energy for sure. Okay, this is you working on your foundation. I feel like you're starting from scratch in some way. Again, that could relate to this new attitudes that you're cleansing your home. That could be within, right? You're just kind of cleansing your energy. Temperance and High Priestess, major arcana cards, really about a deep cleanse within. Temperance makes sense with peace because, and this is also your card, so you are really stepping into your energy by balancing maybe what life has thrown at you so far along your journey, and you're finding peace with it so that you can actually move forward in a different way. High Priestess, trusting in your intuition, following your gut instincts and where it's guiding you, even if it means that it's entering the unknown. And Three of Pentacles is of course about a plan or building a foundation of some things. That's why I'm saying like starting from scratch again. Some of you, this could, I know I'm going crazy over here, but I feel like still it's a general message so far. Some of you, this will be in terms of like a career plan for sure, right? Maybe it's about going into something that you actually enjoy, practicing your skills with something, or building a website. I always see Three of Pentacles building a website. You're building a foundation of something that is going to then grow and blossom. And of course, it's about your skills. Sometimes about collaboration, but I'm not really picking up on that for you. I feel like this is really you building a life that you love. And that might mean that you have to be open and vulnerable, let go of the things that may have, of what you're used to, comfort zone, and to kind of overcome those feelings, understand those feelings, but actually moving into a life that you love. And what does that mean? Because they're doing something risky is like you're letting go of an old life. That's what it feels like. Even if it's internally, you know, letting go of an old part of yourself even. This could again be a spiritual cleanse I'm seeing here. Okay, that's allowing you to do things that you actually enjoy to do. Some of you could have a career shift, okay? Or maybe you're working behind the scenes to actually do things that you actually enjoy, and that's going to help you build skills, talents, abilities that will actually help you maybe make profit from them later on. But High Priestess, Temperance is deep spiritual cleanse, finding peace, understanding, and of course Temperance is about taking a pit stop to bring harmony into your world before you move forward along your path. So it's good energy. I will say it feels quite nice. And of course, Three of Pentacles, whatever work you're doing, even if it's not directly linked to finances, it does seem to have some relation or link to them. All right, what's the energy of Sagittarius this week? Is that the Eight of Swords? No, it's a Five of Pentacles. That's the lack, that's the feeling hard done by life. Bit of a snowstorm. Five of Pentacles is feeling again a lack and a loss. All right, let's see why is this the energy of Sagittarius during this time? Queen of Pentacles, which is very interesting. So some of you may have gone through a bit of a financial loss. I feel like some of you are being called to save more. Queen of Pentacles again, like look at what she, oh, I did not see that underneath. What a sneaky surprise. So Four of Wands is all about celebrating something, right? As you can see, they've just finished building the tree house. So it's about coming to maybe a completion of something. It's also 11/11, the Four of Wands. It's celebrating. It's a party of some kind, or again, like achieving a dream or a goal. And Queen of Pentacles is absolutely about your abundance and material world and your assets and your wealth. But Five of Pentacles being in your energy is saying that you're showing up with scarcity. So I wonder if this is you kind of crossing a path here. What is it? What can I see? I'm seeing complete lack to complete abundance, but I don't know what the in-between stage is. What's the leap here? Like, what is the bridge between these two cards or three cards? Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. So some of you are a little bit holding on to the past, you know, and maybe there's a part of you that's still like, I'm not successful because this and this happened to me. And you could be giving your power away in some way to these emotional attachments that you have. With the Four of Cups, Six of Cups, she's like, I can't go and do something because it's raining outside. You know, I can't do this because that person hurt me, or I can't do that because this situation happened. But Six of Cups, it's not in your reality. It's not in your physical reality anymore, right? It once was, but now it's just in your mind replaying, and that could be what's holding you back. So the Wand and the Ace of Wands again could be this cleansing of attachments to something, so you can actually step into this energy, because this is not far away. Maybe you need to again build on something here, make a plan, build a website. I don't know what you need to do, but this is a week to do it, right? To get started on something, because your finances and your wealth, material wealth, even if it's just having a beautiful home, or I don't know what it is exactly, but your energy is shifting, can shift. It's up to you if you wanted to, though. Of course, who wouldn't? But sometimes you have to let go of the emotional attachments that we have in order to move forward, right? That's probably why peace is here. Understanding that the power that you've been giving away to others, you can bring back to yourself today and say, you know what? This is the only life that we're guaranteed to have as this identity, right? Maybe in the next life, you'll be someone completely different. But as who you are today, what life do you want to live for yourself? To call your power back from where you've been putting it, the excuses you've been giving it to, or the fact that I don't feel like it today, I'm not going to do it. Don't let life pass you by, because it will. Time's not stopping for nobody. So get your booty going. All right. All right. Let's see. Like, they're calling me to say something, that the Queen of Pentacles, she's clearly also, she's in a beautiful, abundant position now, but it doesn't mean that once upon a time she wasn't also here. So I wonder if you guys might be comparing your square one to someone's square 100, right? You don't compare yourself to people who have probably been where you are once upon a time, but you're comparing yourself to where they are now after like spending 10 years in the industry. I don't know what it is, but it feels like the people that you look up to have probably also been in situations where they felt lost and lack too. So it's almost like, don't let that be the only part of your story. Make sure that you have a success part of your story too. But anyway, I don't know what that's about, so let me know in the comments what that means for you. It's about shining for sure. Okay. And can I look into the challenges that might go on for Sagittarius during this week? Seven of Wands. Sometimes it's a card of resistance, right? You have your Temperance card here again, so needing to balance, not to resist the things that come up, but to allow them to flow through. So I don't know if this is representing emotions, but what I'm seeing is like beavers building a dam, or you building a dam to stop these emotions from flowing. So what Spirit's trying to say is that no, like, just let things flow. Some of you might be building barriers. I don't know what they mean by this, but it's like trying to stop the flow of something. I don't know if that's financially, because sometimes that could be like the Four of Pentacles, for example, like holding on, holding back, and therefore you can't grow anymore. But flow, I'll keep that analogy with you. It's like, let the water flow. Why is the Seven of Wands a challenge? Four Swords. Now, Four Swords is sitting with your pain so that you can actually heal it. And that might be what you are, blocking coming through. You might not be allowing your feelings to really, truly come up, which would make sense why the Knight of Cups is here, because it is about feeling those feelings, but managing to go through them. Okay, one more for this. Why is this a challenge for Seven of Wands? Ten of Cups. Gorgeous energy. Which is about complete happiness, emotional fulfillment. It's that happily ever after. Happy family, amazing people around you. So I know that that's your goal. Your challenge, I guess, is aligning yourself to it, because of how things are right now don't feel aligned to it. Ten of Cups is also about peace, right? So can I look at the Four Swords? What needs healing? Empress. So maybe it's a relationship with a mother figure. Ten of Swords, this person may not be with you anymore. Again, there was an ending in some way. But the Empress is also about being in your most abundant version of yourself. And also about flow, right? The Empress listens to her body. She knows what she needs. She listens to her feelings. The moon is in the background too. So that sometimes is the shadow. Our feelings, your intuition. So I really feel like you can sit in your most powerful energy by really sitting with your feelings. And the Seven of Wands being that resistance. The Four, yeah, that's resistance too. I was picking up on the Four of Pentacles, I did say. So that's that stopping that flow. And it's a greedy card, but it's also holding on, holding back, and it's not allowing growth to happen in your life. So allow things to flow. Trust that the river will bring you blessings. What does that mean? Okay, so either way, your challenge is to let go of resistance, allow things to flow. There's a lot to learn through the flow of life. And usually the Temperance card, I will show you this one. She's balancing two different elements to make a third. So life can give you things, but you can make something from it, right? From the good and the bad. Okay, that's your card. Let's see what your advice is from Spirit during this week. The Chariot. Going after your dreams and goals. Being determined, setting your eyes on the prize and going after it. Justice here could represent new contracts coming your way or legal situations coming up, but it's also about bringing your life into balance, gaining good karma over things that have happened to you because you're not standing in your way anymore. Let's see. Why is the Chariot here? Cancer sign energy. King of Cups. Okay. That came over with wealth. So I wonder if this is about following your heart and leading with your heart. It could be a Cancer sign being significant here, but let's see. Why is the King of Cups and a Chariot the advice for Sagittarius? Okay, got a couple of people here, and a Knight of Swords. So not rushing, right? The difference between these two cards, both the Chariot and the Knight of Swords are both very determined cards, but the Chariot is focused on the big dream, the big goal. It's more of a soul mission. Whereas the Knight of Swords just has a piece of information, it's just rushing through with only that piece of information. And there's always a little bit of a thing with this, that we might be rushing too fast, too quickly, and we could, kind of stumble over our own feet. Or it could also represent the fact that we might not have all of the information that we need. We're just going based on what we think we know, and you might end up stumbling there. So the Chariot has two horses, not just one, which represents the fact that no matter what lies ahead of him, he knows he has everything that he needs to understand how to navigate it, right? Through the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about trusting in your ability to I always see the Chariot and I always say he's so focused on the star, right? His goal, his mission, and navigating his present moment to get closer to that star. So sometimes there will be trees in the road where I always see it as that. You might have to change paths, but it's not a big deal because the goal is still the same. So it's about allowing yourself to change, allowing yourself to change the path too if it needs to, if you have to come up to that decision. So when you trust your heart and you trust your instincts and your intuition, I really feel like that's the thing that's going to help you build wealth and abundance here. Now, if this is about contracts, don't rush your decision. The Emperor being here, you guys could be ending up being your own boss, or again, gaining control of your story. Yeah. So 10 of Pentacles, love that energy. 2 of Swords, Death card, changes that you need to make. Of course, they're going to create transformation. 5 of Wands, and the Wheel is no longer going around in circles. It's actually making changes, and that's why the Emperor is here towards your abundance. Okay, so that makes sense with trust your intuition. A lot of you know where you need to go or what you need to do, at least now, to help you get where you want to go. Okay, my angels, well, that's what I got for you. If it makes some sense and fits in your story, then do let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy these readings, of course, make sure you guys like and subscribe as well. But aside from all that, I'll see you guys next time.